Hello knowledge seekers. Today is the part 3 and the last video in this series, Trenchless pipeline construction. Another popular methodology being followed in the directional drilling. It is termed as micro tunneling. Let us go through a brief overview. Have an idea refreshed? What is trenchless pipeline? Trenchless pipeline construction creates underground tunnels that are slightly larger than the line that is to be installed. The pipeline or conduit is then placed within these tunnels while the surface remains unaffected. And what are the methods? Trenchless construction consists of installing pipes via tunneling under a highway. Trenchless construction should be considered in areas where conventional open trench construction methods are undesirable to avoid the traffic impact. Trenchless construction methods are basically three: HDD, tunneling and direct pipe. We are discussing here about micro tunneling today. What is micro tunneling used for? Micro tunneling is a trenchless method of sewer construction. It is effective in soft, unstable and wet soils and can crush large boulders. The tunneling process is remotely controlled and can be used to install larger diameter pipes and longer pipe runs than the jack and bore methods. What is the difference between HDD and micro tunneling? In short, micro tunneling is a pit launch technique that is quite costly but offers low risk and high accuracy. HDD, on the other hand, is less expensive due to the fact that it is surface launched. Although cheaper, HDD is also less precise than micro tunneling. So, out of all the process, micro tunneling is costly, but it is very precise and very accurate process of directional drilling. What is the difference between pipe jacking and micro tunneling? The primary difference between pipe jacking and conventional tunneling techniques is in the method used to install the lining. Pipe jacking and, in the right conditions, micro tunneling can potentially be cost-saving alternative to deep open cut excavation and conventional tunneling method. What are the advantages of micro tunneling? This type of system used in micro tunneling offer safer methods of open cut construction to both the workers and the environment around us. The risk of injury to workers and the general public are reduced by using methods such as micro tunneling, with more accurate system still being achieved. What are the different types of micro tunneling methodology or machines? There are primarily two different types of micro tunneling machines: slurry machines and earth pressure balance or EPB machines. It is possible with both to excavate through most ground conditions, including silt, clay, sand, gravel and even hard rock. How much does micro tunneling cost? In terms of overall average cost, the most costly method is micro tunneling, at the rate of, let's say, $9.52 per millimeter per meter, followed by pipe jacking at $4.29. The two methods are also more expensive than the open cut method, which is only $3.85. The least costly is relining at $0.95. This data is taken from Google and it may be quite older data, but you will have a comparison that micro tunneling is most costly, the second method is pipe jacking, and third one is open cut method, and the least costly is relining. What are the pros and cons of micro tunneling? Micro tunneling is costlier than HDD, but it has more accuracy and reliability in the end. For smaller budget projects where accuracy and long-term cost are not a major consideration, HDD is preferable. Where accuracy for long-term cost are priorities, micro tunneling, though expensive, is the right way to go. What is the maximum length of micro tunneling? The pipes have a working length of 2 to 3 meters. The maximum distance covered in one single drive by a MTBM varies in the range of 200 to 500 meter, depending on the diameter of the tunnel and geological conditions, of course. How fast can boring company can dig a tunnel? Here are some examples collected from Google. Actual timing can only be decided based on the case-to-case scenario. Current iteration of Proof-Frog, called Proof-Frog 2, is designed to mine at up to 1 mile per week, meaning a tunnel the length of the Las Vegas Strip, approximately 4 miles, can be completed in a month. Proof-Frog 3 is designed to even faster, with a medium-term goal of 1 by 10 human walking speed or 7 miles a day. It is unbelievable, isn't it? Site preparation before microtunneling. Contractor is responsible for the construction of jacking and receiver pits for the microtunneling at the site location. Contractor will provide an excavation plan strictly in accordance with the client standard. Contractor will provide traffic signage and access to site. Contractor will provide suitable access to jacking pit and receiving pit location for equipment setup and removal. Contractor will provide a level and compacted area for all microtunneling equipment and cabins. Contractor will provide site access permits and all necessary work permits. Contractor will identify and mark all buried services in the vicinity. So when all these works are completed, they will set up the pushing jack for launching, then the next activity will be launching, then pushing the tool, and then the machine removal. Microtunneling operation, let us discuss sequentially. The machine has a cutting head which is rotated by hydraulic motors and surface mounted power pack. As the machine passes through the entrance seal, feed water is used to excavate the soil. The water pressure from the feed pump is controlled from a control panel in the control container. Excavated material passes through opening in the cutting wheel in the crushing and mixing chamber. Here, the conical crusher reduces the material to a size suitable for conveying by a slurry medium. Fresh water is normally used as the slurry medium. In certain conditions, bentonite and additives can be added manually in the feed to increase the density of the aid in the spoil conveyance. A spoil removal system consists of a centrifugal pump located next to the settling tank, pressurizes the feed water to the crushing or mixing chamber nozzles. The electronic laser guidance system fitted into the microtunneling cutting head is able to determine the exact position of the machine in relationship to the laser beam. To steer the machine, 3 hydraulic cylinders are incorporated. These are operated from the control cabin and their relative position is displayed in the control cabin. Extending the hydraulic rams mounted within the jacking frame advances the tunneling machine, pushing the cutter head through the entry ring against the concrete wall. The rams are continually extended at a given rate, allowing the disc to penetrate the soil face, splitting and breaking the soil as the tunneling machine advances. Thereafter, steel product pipes are introduced in 12-meter lengths to the drive as the microtunneling machine advances to complete the crossing line. What are the basic equipment? These are only examples. The models and everything or capacity might be changed based on the work scope. Main contractor jacking station 600 ton, control cabin, settlement tank, 420 kVA generator, bentonite injection pump, bentonite mixing unit, high pressure water pump if required to use in case we encounter clay ground during microtunneling operation. Slurry system pumps, electronic laser guidance system, office container, tools container and hose container. This is a microtunneling equipment layout. The major equipment we mentioned are all placed in this schematic sketch. Challenges and risks to microtunneling to consider. Hazard, a situation of condition that has the potential for unwanted consequences. Human injury, damage to the property, damage to environment, equipment limitations, breakdown, standby, etc., economic loss and delay to the project completion. Here is one of the drawing we are generally used in the site to determine the location and the length and the depth of the microtunneling operation to be done. Here is the jacking pit arrangement. If we have a sketch or plan view in advance, then it will be very easier for the engineer to lay up the area through survey and mark the jacking pit arrangement completely as shown in this drawing here. So that's all for the microtunneling brief overview or concept review video. If you like my video, please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Hit the notification button if you need my next video notification as soon as I post the video. Thank you. Signing off, Showman.